Hello everybody, this is Racing998, also known as David. So today I just have a quick interior update for you guys. So this was not an intentional mod, but as you see, my trim is gone. It's actually back there in the back seat, just chilling. So the reason why it's gone is because my access port right here, I had it mounted here using Velcro, the same kind of Velcro that's up there on the windshield. It's industrial strength Velcro, and it was working pretty well. It was keeping my access port right in place right there, so I could, you know, glance up at it. I had the wires all zip tied up here, so it wasn't hitting my knee or getting in the way of my feet or anything. It was a pretty sweet setup, but I went to adjust my access port, so I pulled it off. You know, I pulled it off the back, and it just yanked the trim off because there's the Velcro right there. I don't know if you can see that on the edge of the trim. So it popped the trim all out, and then it popped out all the way down there. And I wasn't really sure how to put it back in, so I pounded it back in, and it went in on this side, but down there it would not go back in. And you can actually see there's a little bit of scratching right here from where I half-assed kind of tried to push it back in. So I didn't know how to put it back in, so I figured I would just take it out. I actually had to go inside. I'm here at the Navy Exchange. I actually had to go inside and buy a screwdriver set because I don't have any tools in my trunk, but slowly I'm getting a tool set back there, buying things here and there. So I removed the trim, and now it's just chilling in the back seat, but I kind of actually like the look of it. I don't know why, it looks terrible, but I get that race car feel where people have like their roof taken off and their cars all gutted and roll cages and stuff. That's kind of how it feels, just taking off that tiny little piece of trim. I've actually seen carbon fiber replacements, but I'm not planning on buying that anytime soon because it's so much money, and you know, I want to spend hundreds of dollars on my car in other ways, like performance for now. So I guess I'll have to figure out how to put the trim back in. When I'm trying to put it, so there's some screws you have to remove to take it out. There's one right down here, and then that removes this kind of corner piece, and then there's another screw back there that becomes visible. So I didn't really put that in very well either. It's not very lined up. But for some reason I can't get these clips down here to clip when I'm trying to put the trim in. If anyone has experience removing this trim, it's probably pretty easy once you get the hang of it. But I don't know how to do it. So I'm talking about this piece specifically. I'm not removing this right now. I know these ones you need to take off the doors. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just talking about this part to the right of the steering wheel. If you guys have any experience with that, please leave a comment below letting me know how it works. Also, my access port, I just kind of stuck it up in here, and here's the Velcro you can see on the back. And I've got this Velcro. This Velcro actually has Gorilla Tape behind it holding the Velcro on, so it just yanked the trim right out. I just kind of stuck it right up here in my radio. This isn't the stock radio, by the way. This is a aftermarket insert that I got put in when I got this radio put in, but I never use this little hole for anything, but the access port kind of just fits in there, and if it's in there snug enough, it doesn't really move. So I mean, it covers my radio, but I don't really care because, you know, when I'm playing music, I just listen to the song and change it by that. So I might just leave my access port up here for now. Actually, that mounting point up there, it isn't strong enough. It kind of hangs down off the Velcro, so I was just keeping it down here. I kind of like down here anyway. I run, as far as the cable, I always see people have access port videos and they never talk about this long ass cable and what to do with it because it's like really long, and when you first install it, it's like on your feet. So I plug it in down there, and then I run the cable like here. Let me see if you guys can see it. Here's the cable. All right, I run it up and around the back of my steering column, and then it pops out over here, and then I literally just had all the wires twist tied in a big bundle right here, but now they're hanging down here more because I moved it over here. So hopefully this won't interfere with my shifting at all. Let me shift it into first. Yeah, so I bump into it, so that might be an issue. First and third. I guess if I had a little short shifter, it won't be a problem. I guess as long as I don't grab it, but you know, I don't like having anything right there. That doesn't feel very safe, but now it's actually just out of reach when I'm shifting. So it might not be a big deal. If I scooch it over, oh, the knob's right there. well, I could always adjust the twist tie or get a new twist tie and, you know, change where I want it to hang and stuff, but it actually stays in there really well. So I haven't driven around with it in there yet, so I'm gonna see how that goes. But yeah, guys, this is just a quick interior video. Just, you know, if anyone can help me out with that, please do. And I haven't really shown off my access port that well yet in video. So I've got the carbon fiber faceplate, and as you can see, I've got all my gauges running here. Boost, injector duty cycle to make sure my injectors are working well. Air temp, that's the intake air temp. The temperature of my manifold. I don't actually know what this one means. I need to check out the Cobb website. I know when you accelerate, the number goes up, accel pause, but I'm not exactly sure what it means. And then the temperature of my coolant. So it's pretty sweet to have this at a glance. I really want to get a gauge pot up here and get some actual gauges, but you know, they're a lot of money, so I'm still saving up. And here's the interior. I never showed the interior of my car. So I basically have these little stupid Christmas trees all over the place. I don't take them off. I'm a hoarder, so you know, I just keep them. So I've got like a million of them. Other than that, the only notable thing about my interior is I've got this shift knob from 6-speed, and then there's some stickers up there, but that's really it. Other than that, the interior is pretty stock. That frog, I put him up there when I first got the car over a year ago, and with all the crazy turning and driving and revving and everything I've done, he hasn't even shifted or moved or fallen down, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, and then up here I've got a tag. It says Slow Evo with some Japanese writing. It's like a fake Japanese license plate. It's actually duct taped to the dashboard and it hasn't moved yet. I know people say it's dangerous up there because if you get in an accident, it'll come and hit you, but you know, I'll see what happens when it happens. And then I've got some fuzzy dice up here, my parking pass, and of course my tassel from high school graduation 2014. So that's really it. I've got a stock mirror and everything. I know some people get those really big mirrors. I might get one of those in the future, but yeah, I'm not really doing anything with the interior right now. I'm focusing all my money, all my Evo money on performance right now. So I've got some big things on the way, but it'll be a while before I put anything else in. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Oh, and one last thing, if you guys are still watching the video, this is my brand new vape. The Smoke, or Smock, I'm not sure how to say it, I guess Smoke Alien. So if you guys are into vaping at all, this vape is amazing compared to my last one. It's got the little carbon fiber right there. But yeah, I would highly recommend it if you guys want to try out any vapes. But yeah, that's it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Alright.